bum, 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 bum,
Cedric wants to
bum.
leave us. Can you believe that? Fine, Cedric.
He don't like my singing.
I think he thinks there's more wet food out there. There's not.
Okay. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across the nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew, and we are waking you up to the truth, one drip at a time. Welcome to Monday Madness Live.
Yay!
All
Yay! Huh?
right. Everybody be sure to hit the thumbs up, give us our likes, spread the word, spread the algorithm, and I'm going to jump right in with sharing the screen and hope to God I can figure this out the right way. All right, here we are. So we're going to start with RFK Jr. He has proposed that we ban all pharmaceutical ads on TV. What are your thoughts, girls?
I say let's do it. With their list of thousands of side effects that sound
Right?
horrifying.
Ask your
Yeah.
doctor if this is right for you.
hmm And it always shows somebody like so happy talking to their doctor, and then they're like jumping around or whatever, and it's stupid. Yeah, ban them
Exactly.
ads.
Exactly.
And the
So,
brainwashing.
whatever. Fuck all that.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Right? Fuck it.
Yep.
Fuck it and feed it fish heads. Now, what do we think about Three Eye Atlas looking like a nipple?
I know, right? Oh my. That
Right?
was a
I
trip.
I about died when I heard him say that. I'm like, okay, first of all, only a man would see that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no hate on men for seeing
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
clearly, this is a nipple and an areola.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
I've
I
ever
see it.
seen one,
Yeah.
Hey, that brings home a new meaning to God is a woman.
right? Are you muted?
I think she's muted.
Check your.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Wait, I don't even have a microphone button.
I don't know how this shit works either. You just got to keep pressing
Tech
buttons until something
support.
happens.
Melissa cannot find her microphone.
How about that? I
There you
found it.
are.
I got it.
She got it. Thank you.
I got it. I'm good.
We got it. Thanks. Okay. We appreciate you and we love you. All right. What else do we have in my bookmarks? What else is there? There's this and this. Um, is that new? That's not new. That's from August 18th for Emmanuel Haro.
I haven't heard anything about him lately.
Yeah, I
Me
haven't
neither.
either. It's kind of went cold and quiet because they haven't found the body. And guys, I'm sorry, but I still feel like they dismembered that poor baby. I really feel
Yeah.
that way strongly.
That is sick.
It really is. I'm so sad for him. What an injustice, you know?
hmm Absolutely.
Poor baby.
Right? All right. I'm going to jump over to some videos that I have saved from Facebook.
Okay.
Let's check this one out. Let me see if I can make it big. Oh, okay. This ain't an actual video. This is just a statement. Pam Bondi says that Adam Schiff should be arrested because he created the shadow government against President Trump, and that is a serious crime and considered treason. And 100%, I agree with her. What about you?
100%.
100%.
Right.
And also, he looks like a South Park character with that big old
Don't
head.
he? I think
Yeah.
so too.
Yep.
Oh my God, this one. Okay, this one is a a complete rant, but a short snippet of the rant from a scientist on the COVID stuff.
Alright.
Definitely worth taking a listen to.
And the live stream is waning, which means that if we just listen to my colleague Matthias, the best thing in the world would be to leave it to you, the people. Now it's up to you to share what clearly, based on the cavernous emptiness we see in all of these spaces, is only going to be heard if you share it. So it feels very appropriate that I should be the one with the quietest voice. But let's let that lion roar, shall we? I'm done talking about COVID, and I'm done talking about SARS-CoV-2, and I'm done for a very simple reason. For 110 years, we, the people of the world, have been lied to. We're a group of very small number of criminal industrial conspirators decided to subordinate the entirety of the human population for the purpose of their sinister plans to enrich themselves while impoverishing and killing the rest of humanity. And I'm done being polite. We've long passed polite. When the words acceptable death rate become part of an industrial norm, we have lost the plot of humanity. And that's not my words. Those were the words of the World Health Organization and of Pfizer and of Moderna when they were given the authorization to begin the process of killing human beings in the interest of advancing their goals. Next slide. And I'm also not going to sugarcoat this. This is a criminal cartel. We are acting as though there's some sort of redeemable quality somewhere in some esoteric layer that somehow or another the World Health Organization must have some salutatory benefit. Well, I'm going to tell you, since its formation in the 1940s, the World Health Organization has been nothing more than a criminal cartel that has a sole and singular intent. And I will show you the document that proves what I'm saying. This is not an allegation. This is actually provable by their own words in their own hand. And they use a four-step process to execute every one of their nefarious plans. They begin by planning an exercise, then they go to the business of funding that exercise, then they create the rationale for the thing that they're going to do, and then they deploy and profit from it. And in violation of 15 U.S. Code Section 19, which for those of you listening, coincidentally started with the Clayton Act in the same year that the World Health Organization in the United States, 1913, the same year the World Health Organization's progenitors also started. So I find it fascinating that we passed the Clayton Act in 1913 and we set in motion 110 years ago the criminal conspiracy which we now call the World Health Organization. 110 years later. And in violation of TIFU, or TEFU, I don't even know how to say it, the TFEU, the treaty allegedly for the functioning of the European Union, which I think needs to now be called the Treaty for the Dysfunctional European Cabal. Article 101 unambiguously lays out the conditions that this was never a public health anything. It was racketeering for the purpose of instilling terror to adapt the behavior of a population. Period. That's what it was. That's what it always was. And we can come up with every theoretical argument we want to make about things, but the problem, even with the theory that we had an outbreak of something, is falsifiable for the data from Zurich that shows us that in the year of the death pandemic of the globe, life insurance companies paid $30 billion less in claims. Now, if there's a medical professional or a social professional or anybody else who wants to debate that we could develop a virus cunningly that could find out your bank account, your insurance policy statements, and whether you're paid up on your premiums, that's a big ask. It turns out that the data is unambiguous. We did not have a pandemic, we had genocide. And we need to call it what it is. Next slide. When I say we planned it, let's make sure we understand exactly the not so fine print of the fine print. And I want to call your attention first to the right-hand column of the slide. This is the 2011 data that the World Health Organization, the Wellcome Trust, PATH, and the Gates Foundation did on their wonderful worldwide program for a malaria vaccine for children under the age of 6 months of age. And in their clinical trial, it's helpful to point out that they murdered 66 children in the vaccine group and then cunningly used the term control for a control group in which they murdered 28 children. Now, the reason I said murdered and the reason why I use that term is because it's exactly what it was. Because it turns out that this control group was not a saline injection. It was not some sort of innocuous, innocent thing. It was actually a cocktail of other known pathogenic disease-carrying injections. The control group was known to kill people, and the experimental control group was actually theoretically maybe going to kill people. And what we did was we actually went ahead and murdered them all. And cunningly, under Article 5, Section 13, which I've put on this slide, I want you to understand why I said at its...
Okay, I'm going to pause this and bump it forward because it is a little bit long. But everybody should be outraged over
Oh,
this.
yeah.
During the gain-of-function moratorium, which, by the way, if we use the word moratorium, feels like that means you're supposed to stop. Why don't we go ahead and look at two pieces of this letter? First, the second bullet under Project One, which, by the way, was not part of the original grant. This was to look at the novel functions of the virus pathogenesis in vivo. You know what that means? In living systems. The grant was supposed to be clinical simulations and models, but this grant was modified with this letter to say we were going to authorize gain-of-function research during the moratorium in living systems. And then we love the last paragraph of this letter, which conveniently says, as your grant is currently funded, this pause is voluntary. How many times have you met a voluntary moratorium? And the best part about it is that if we look at the very last line, or continue to conduct the applicable gain-of-function research until the end of the currently active budget period. But here comes the problem. You know who is supplying the budget? An indefinite term, unlimited amount contract from DARPA and from NIH. Isn't it convenient to have a perpetually funded project that needs to stop when the money runs out, when you find out that there is no point where the money runs out because there is no end to the thing that has no end? And lest you think that I'm making an allegation, which I'm not, I'm making an accusation. Let's be clear. And there's a big difference. I'm not alleging anything. They actually went to the trouble of telling us that it was going to...
Okay.
You have this power. Your creator made.
I actually have the rest of that interview, and I will try to remember to put it in the link after we're done going live so that everybody can watch it. But in my opinion, we should all be hella outraged by all this.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, all of this was planned. And of course, being who I am, I understand that this was part of their multiple different plans to try to stop what is coming, which is the Great
Right. Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah. It was
But-
an attack.
There was definitely an attack. Yes. And when the virus itself didn't work, then they tried the jab.
Mm-hmm.
And the hell of it, all of the QAnons were actually told about this beforehand and
Right.
warned that they were planning that and to be prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, the extent that they have went to is just
It's crazy.
unbelievable to me.
If
Yeah,
they've got
it's
to
crazy.
bribe you into taking a jab, like to get the jab and get a free donut, something ain't right.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the jab and get free PTO days is one as
Yeah.
well.
Wow. Yeah.
Actually, Jen, I think it's very interesting that you say get the jab and take a free donut because I can remember being in kindergarten and being sent to the office to get the vaccines to be in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that was there, that was the nurse of the school, was also my Sunday school teacher.
Okay.
And she had a box of a dozen of these freshly baked glazed donuts from the Daylight Donut Shop that my family took me to every Sunday to get donuts.
Yeah.
And I loved these donuts, right?
Right.
And she tells me, if I willingly will come and sit down and take the vaccine and I'm a good girl and I don't cry, she'll give me a donut when I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want the shots, right?
Right.
I sat down, I took the shots, I didn't cry because I really wanted that damn donut.
Yeah.
And when I was done, this bitch did not give me my donut, and she was my fucking Sunday school teacher.
Blasphemous.
It wrecked me about Christ and the whole church thing. It wrecked me from fucking kindergarten and on. It wrecked me because I
Told
didn't get my
you
damn donut.
you were gonna get a donut. She told you were gonna get the donut, and she didn't fucking deliver the donut. That's
Right?
dirty. She might go
Right?
to heaven.
And Kelly's all
scarred
about
me.
the donuts.
It's,
I kind
I
of
mean,
want
I'm
a
all
donut
about the
now.
food, y'all. I am
Yeah.
all about the food. So it scarred me. And I'm
Yeah.
all about being very honest and very virtuous and all those things, you
Right.
know? So
Right.
for my Sunday school teacher to be my school nurse that lied to my ass about this donut, it
Yeah.
wrecked my world. I ain't kidding.
Girl.
I ain't kidding. All right.
That's
Now,
BS.
I want to share Patriot Street Fighter because
I just love him.
I do too. I have followed him he was actually a fellow Anon back in the day with me. But I really love this message, and I feel like it's a good segue to what we just heard.
Okay.
It's not a good freeze frame of him, but whatever.
Do you know him personally?
That likeness.
Yeah.
Christ tried to help you understand what that power is and how you exercise it, and they killed him for it. The same criminals from the DNA of that line live today to try to kill that in you as well. Once you figure out what Christ was trying to tell us, and you can emulate that, game over. They're
Game
gone.
over.
Their control is gone. Everything about them, they're dead. They're gone. They'll do everything they can to distract you and dissuade you from learning who you are with bullshit television shows, reality shows, the worst of them. Because, folks, there isn't one single word or letter unscripted in a reality show. Not one. Not one. How do I know? Because one of my closest friends in the world, executive vice president at NBC Television, his shows that he ran were The Blacklist, all the Law and Orders. 25 years in that company. He told me from day one when Fear Factor came out, Scott, everything is scripted, nothing's left a chance. That shit's destructive and devastating to you. These magazines on the magazine racks, People and Us and all that bullshit. I now see this stuff laying around in offices I went to. I nearly choke. Like, look how they captured you. The TV shows, the movies, the BS, the idea that every single product that comes out, it's some actor spewing some bullshit, some celebrity. Why? Because they see actors and actresses as bones you'll run after and sink your teeth into that are rancid with worms in them, and you'll just chew away. It's fascinating to me now that I can see it. You have this power.
That's some real fucking truth right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? And fuck off already. I'm sorry if y'all could still hear that. I had somebody talking some foreign shit in my ear.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, good.
It's such a current.
I was like, I don't
That's
even know
good.
what the fuck he's saying. But um what he said actually reminds me of, do you all remember the some kind of music award show? And Diddy's on stage with the microphone, and he's talking about how we own your children. We control what they buy, we control what they listen to. Do you remember that?
Yep, I do.
So
I mean, it
that
sounds a little familiar, but I can't. I don't know. But I mean, I believe it.
yeah, he straight up said that shit, man. And I actually, oh my God, let me get my page right here and I'll show you. I have a perfect segue to this again because we've got a country singer. Missy, help me. What's
It's
his name?
Rich. Um, from Big and Rich, John Rich.
Thank you. Big and Rich from, or no, John Rich from Big and Rich.
Yeah.
I'm saying it wrong now. Okay. So he has an interview with Sean Ryan, which I absolutely love Sean Ryan's show. Let me find it. Where's that? Here it is. Okay. I found it. Let me share this. This one. Are you guys seeing that yet?
Slowly.
Okay. Come on.
While I get my gun. I saw a video clip of Sean Combs on camera on an award show somewhere, and he looked right into the camera with all the spotlights going on, and he said, "I own your kids. I own their souls.
I'm going to take your souls. We have the power.
You try that on my kids, and I'll kill you in the front yard." Now, I've seen Trump say anybody that sexually abuses a child should receive the death penalty.
Our country's crumbling.
That's it.
That is amazing. I think that's going to be the biggest thing you've ever done.
Well,
Now I'm going to flash forward here.
that they received the death penalty. It hadn't happened yet, but it should.
Yes, it should have happened a long time ago. Should have always been there.
Yeah. I know that's a heavy subject, but we're surrounded with it.
Oh, yeah, we
It is
are.
everywhere. And a lot of times it's people you never suspect. It might be that preacher that didn't seem quite right. It might be that school teacher that's that sheriff, that judge, that whoever. I mean, a lot of times it's people in places of authority that are running these things, that have this cover of a life that seems like, well, that person would never do that. It's not the scuzz bucket guy you see sitting on the sidewalk most of the time.
The U.S. is the top country that uses, we have the most sexual exploitation cases, kiddie porn, all of that stuff. We are the world leader in it.
And you think he ain't going to
Most
smack us
consumers.
over that? You think he's just going to let us?
I think he's already smacking us over that. I think that's some
He
of what
may
this
be
is
beginning
all
to.
about. Our country's crumbling. It's divided in just about every subject that you can bring up. Politics, race, gender, everything.
Yeah.
Religion. Divide it, divide that,
Mm-hmm.
that. We're in a bad spot.
Subsets of subsets of subsets.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody ever sang a song on your show before?
No,
Here it is.
I brought a guitar. If I could be so bold.
I would love it.
To me, because I've never sang The Righteous Hunter to anybody, other than family members and people that are around me that I know well. But I've never like sat on a camera and ever sang the song. It's not out. You can't download it. There's nothing. But I would be really curious what your audience especially would think of this song. And now, I ain't got no band or nothing, but you mind if I play it? I would like to play it.
I'd be honored.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
You want to hear
Do
it?
it.
Yes.
It's called The Righteous Hunter. Evil runs around this town undercover, looking for a soul to take. But they better stay away from the righteous hunter, or hell is all they'll pay. 'Cause I can see you around the corner, and I know you're coming. If you had any sense, you'd run. But you ain't got a clue what a daddy will do. Better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun. You better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun. They try to steal away our sons and daughters, shrouded in the shadow of night. But we fight with protection of the Heavenly Father, and we ain't scared to die. And I can see you around the corner, and I know you're coming. If you had any sense, you'd run. But you ain't got a clue what a daddy will do. Better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun. Better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun. Recall the words that Jesus said, better off with millstones around their necks, and we pray. Not our will, but thine be done, bringing in to the reign of the wicked one. This we claim in your name. And I can see you around the corner, and I know you're coming. If you had any sense, you'd run. But you ain't got a clue what a daddy will do. Better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun. You better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun.
His last shot, son.
That's right.
Damn.
I love it. Like,
love how-
Not
love
bad.
it,
And
man.
I don't do country, but that wasn't bad.
Right? That's me. I'm not big on country, but that's a badass song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how all the artists and the influencers and stuff are coming out and speaking up about all this stuff, because it used to be hush hush and taboo. No one
Right.
talked about it. Now it's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Right. I
Oh, yeah.
agree with that. And like me and Missy, we watch a lot of YouTube stuff together, right? Instead of watching
Mhm.
regular TV stuff.
Right.
And we've noticed over the past year or so that even like regular tarot readers are talking about truth movement stuff.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
everybody's kind of navigating now into that truther stuff and
Oh yeah.
standing up for what's right and righteous and the children,
Yep.
you know? And I'm just like, yes. And
Yeah.
that's why I love the fucking three-eye atlas stuff that we did yesterday, because it's so pertinent to everything
Mhm.
that's going on with this truther stuff and everybody
Mhm.
waking up to all of these truths and us finally really knowing who we are. And then the message that came through for all of us with the three-eye atlas stuff. If you guys
Yes.
have not watched that video,
You gotta
Check
go
it out.
go
watch it
watch it.
right now. I mean, after this show, go watch it.
That's right.
It's great.
Yeah. Freaking phenomenal. The way that
Mhm.
we all separately did our psychic thing
Yeah.
and came to the same exact stuff.
Yeah.
So beautiful. So
Tech support stole
freaking
the show though, man. Tech support was great.
oh my
She
god.
was.
Tech
I loved
tech
it.
support is a doll.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I
Great.
say? She's my kid. So what can I really say, right? Okay,
Yeah.
now for the next little bit, I do want to say for anyone watching, viewer discretion is advised. Okay.
Cedric, cover your eyes.
And if you've got littles around, clear the room, pause the video, clear the room before you continue. Because we're going to go heavy.
Okay.
For just a minute. It's necessary. We're talking about the children.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen did
Okay, let me get this big first.
an interview about his new documentary coming out in a couple days on Netflix, and he admitted that he was sleeping with men. If you know Charlie Sheen, you know that he has had a substance issue for years, and he was also sleeping around with escorts, but now he's finally admitting that some of those escorts were men after he came out in 2015 and told everybody that he was diagnosed with HIV. This interview automatically made me think back to 2006 when Charlie Sheen was married to Denise Richards, who at the time was trying to divorce him. She took him to court and was trying to get custody of their children and also trying to get a restraining order against him. And during this time in court, she alleged some pretty serious allegations. She said that he was violent. She said that he was dealing with substance abuse issues. She said that he was dealing with escorts. She also alleged that he was using adult sites, and she believed that some of those people on those adult sites were way younger than what they were supposed to be. Back in 2006, Charlie Sheen was denying all of the allegations that she put out. As you can see, Denise Richards filed this declaration in court, and she was trying to get a restraining order at the time. And she said, I am now filing this because I can no longer accept the respondent's abusive and threatening manner and must stop him from the cycle of abuse towards me and our children. And this declaration is 17 pages long, where she is detailing huge allegations of abuse, of illegal substance issues, of having gambling problems, of having an addiction to adult films, to also using escorts. This is the one part that always gets me, that she talks about a couple times in this declaration. She said, I told him that I discovered some adult websites that he belonged to, which I found very disturbing. These websites promoted very young girls with pigtails, braces, and no hair, performing physical relations with each other. I also told him about other websites I discovered that he accessed involving gay adult films, also involving very young men who also did not look like adults. She goes on to allege that his pictures on these sites was that of his private area, which he emailed to approximately 30 women. She said when she confronted him with this information, he did not deny it. She said she told him that she was a mother and that she found this information very disturbing because they had 2 young daughters, and that she believed that he had a serious problem which he needed to deal with, and that he should not be around their children. Went on to say that he told her that she was prude and that she was overreacting, and he reiterated that there was nothing wrong with the sites that he was accessing and that she needed to turn her head and ignore it. And then she went on to allege one of many times throughout this declaration that he would go and start threatening her and putting his hands on her. Said he hit my right wrist with his arm and shoved me in the stomach area with both his hands and got in his car and left. She alleged that he did this to her after saying, if you reveal anything about my lifestyle, you won't lay your head down at night. And this automatically brings me back to the allegations from Corey Feldman about Corey Haim and Charlie Sheen.
Shared with me that on the set of Lucas, that he was raped as a little boy. And he told me that, you know, it was his co-star. And he told me that it was Charlie Sheen that did it.
He mentioned Charlie Sheen, that he had worked on a movie, and I don't know if he just wanted to get it out, or you know, he just wanted to let me know that, you know, I was kind of shocked that he says, oh, come on, I want to tell you a couple of things about friends that, you know, that I went through, and he mentioned that on a movie he had worked on, and then I said, well, who is it? And then he says Charlie who? And it's Charlie Sheen.
So I heard that Charlie Sheen had he had said to him, "This is what men do."
Shit, I've personally heard a story about Charlie and Corey Haim. Probably, I don't know, at least a dozen people probably in my inner circle knew for sure. It was pretty much common knowledge. I mean, everybody. I mean, it was kind of unspoken. I mean, Dominic always talked about it because he was obsessed with it. But
Okay. I'm going to stop it right there. We got the point.
Yeah. Common knowledge.
Right. Common knowledge. Nobody says a thing. And so, I mean, it goes further than Diddy, guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it goes further than Diddy. There's so many further than Weinstein and Bill Cosby and, you know, Kevin Spacey. Like, this is all over the place. And it's even further than Hollywood.
Yep.
But they are in this plan to try to control our children and dominate the narrative.
Yep.
I mean, it's scary shit. Even in the games, right? Like, I think we talked about this maybe last week, the video games and the chat boxes and how they get the
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
Like, they just keep coming up with these fucking different ways to trick your
'Cause there's
kids into this
the
crazy,
supply has been
sinister
cut off.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just nuts. So okay, what else in the news? Let me share. Let me do a share screen just so you all can see what I'm looking at. I think it's this. All right. So Bongino says, we've got him and announces a prison sentence for a man who, Missy, help me. Did he turn over state secrets to the Chinese?
He was taking photos of classified documents, and he thought he was sending them to the Chinese, but he was someone else, I think.
Okay.
But he's got 4 years.
He got how much?
4 years.
Is that all?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
That's all?
Yeah, that's what it said. 4 years.
See, that's horrendous.
That's crazy.
That's horrendous. Okay, so then we've got this stuff about the jury news. That's Obama's judges that sorry about their luck, but Trump stuff still gets to go through. And then Melania caught on Hot Mic. This was really no big deal to me. It was a total nothing burger. But basically, she just had to repeat a question that Trump didn't hear very well from one of the press people. And they're trying to make a big deal out of it. Like, oh, he's so old, he can't even hear.
Oh my
Whatever.
God.
Like, shut the hell up. Biden was asleep at the wheel the whole fucking 4 years.
Literally.
Right. Like, whatever.
Tendency.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then we've got the whole tons of Epstein files, 36,000 files that have been released. And a lot of people are like, well, Bondi lied and different people lied, saying they didn't really have anything. But I think that was all part of a chess play. What do you think?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, I
5D
believe so
too.
too.
Okay. You wanna elaborate on that a little bit, or?
Well, I saw that I had it written down. Shit, I don't know where it is. But basically what we have all known that Trump was working as an informant.
Right. I have that
to
right
take
here,
down
actually.
Epstein. And that's, now that's out like for everybody.
Yeah.
What has he been working as an informant since what? 2008 or before?
Long time.
I took notes, but I didn't do a very good job. My handwriting sucks.
That's okay. I have it right here.
Speaker Johnson confirmed Trump served as an FBI informant, taking direct action against Epstein in 2009. Trump was the only one to pick up the phone and say,
Yep.
let's do this.
Yep.
The only one man enough to step forward.
Yep.
Welcome to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. Now, here is a huge plot twist in a story that we've been following for a long time. And the mainstream media, they did not see this coming, not one little bit. It is a bombshell that is rocking DC because it really connects a lot of dots that we have been trying to connect here at Explain America for a long time. We know that Donald Trump, he has been one of the most helpful witnesses when it comes to the Epstein case. And the media, have been badgering Trump and anybody close to him, trying to dig up dirt for anything that he might have done that was wrong. But they've come up empty-handed over and over and over again. It's gotten so bad that Donald Trump has even called the entire story a hoax. But of course, what does he mean by it being a hoax? That is the real question. And it is something that Speaker Mike Johnson really shot back in the face of CNN's Manu Raju. It was an absolute masterclass and one of the biggest developments in the Epstein case that we've heard all along. But before we get into this story, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism.
Okay.
Now, Donald Trump, he has been in the crosshairs of the mainstream media for months and months because, well, the public has been clamoring to see the whole truth and nothing but the truth about the Epstein files. That would be those documents that are related to Jeffrey Epstein.
We don't have to listen to the whole thing. We get the gist of it.
Yeah.
He was an informant.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we have Epstein's niece. Has anybody heard from her?
Oh,
Have you all heard anything she's got to
I
say?
have not. No, I have not.
I
Alright.
watched that earlier today.
Did you?
Hmm.
Let's take a listen.
My name is Anna, or Anya Wick. Changed from Anna Petrova when I was briefly married. Changed from Owen Theodore Epstein when I transitioned back to female.
What?
Changed from my birth name, Anya Beth Epstein, when I transitioned from female to male. I'll come back to that later.
Shit,
I
What?
want to talk about Justin, Diddy, and Blink Twice as conversations I've been seeing relate to my personal experiences.
Blink twice.
These are experiences I've been wanting to speak on for a while now, and I've been pretty terrified of retaliation like my uncle faced, or repercussions of general disbelief, but it doesn't matter. When I spoke to the FBI a couple of years ago, they interviewed my perpetrators, who, of course, denied their actions, and the case was dropped. I'm tired of it weighing on me. It's had me sick, and these conversations are happening right now. So, I believe that Justin was passed around, that it's perfectly normal in the industry. I believe Diddy's guilty, and that he is maybe being a scapegoat of sorts to keep attention away from the bigger picture. And I think that Blink Twice is a metaphor for human trafficking that is actually aided by LSD. I know they did MDMA in the film, but like the perfume that makes people forget, the venom that helps them remember, it's all very parallel to the effects that LSD alone had on me while I was growing up getting passed around at orgies as a sex slave. I had amnesia, like a split mind for the majority of my life. That was the point of the acid. Everything.
Because they break your psyche.
Uh-huh.
And I know this.
Yeah.
That I experienced on it was blocked out completely. And I only remembered the circumstances I was trapped in when the drug had already kicked in. So what happened is my family would dose me and rape
Her
me with
family.
their friends and relatives. Always, by the time I was high, it was impossible for me to run. And by the time the drug wore off, I would have forgotten everything. Now, this started in infancy and slowed down and finally stopped when I began taking testosterone in 2015. I had to de-sex myself. My memories began resurfacing and finally sticking in 2020, at which point my healing started to begin. Sometimes it was just my father. Usually it was both my parents and my brothers at an isolated cabin they had purchased. Often it was with the extended family we had in town, and sometimes it was at these massive parties on vacation. I would be told we were going to a family reunion or one of my father's work functions. They would give me something special to drink. I'd get ogled by a bunch of old men, sometimes introduced to various people as my siblings. I would initially enjoy myself, kind of. And then I recognized the effects on my body that were so familiar. Memories would start to come back, and the horror set in before I'd get raped. I'd usually be mostly unconscious for these assaults and not come to until we had left the affair or just the morning after packing up. Why do I bring Hollywood into this? At the orgy I remember best, at Aspen in late spring of 2007, I was introduced to Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, Larry David as my uncles before the assaults began. When I came to, rope bound in a hotel room at the lodge, Larry was still orally penetrating me. My mother apologized to him, told him he had to stop. He complimented her for how well she trained me. I couldn't move or scream, and she mocked me for trying. There are several other people I've met throughout my life, but that is the event I remember most clearly, which takes me back to Justin and Blink Twice and gossip about this happening in Hollywood. It is my wish for the public to become aware of what has been happening right in front of their faces, and for children today to become freed from the abuse that I believe they are still experiencing. I can go more in depth on my story, but it isn't about me. Violent abusers are being lauded as public figures and gifted fortunes and power. And while my past remains secret, whether or not anyone will ever verify it, I cannot feel at peace with myself. I'll answer questions anyone may have if anyone pays attention to this. And thank you for watching and listening.
I just can't fathom the family, your own family, doing stuff like that. It just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Did I hear that right? That they're dosing her with LSD and then doing those horrible things?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. When I was, late teens, I did a lot of LSD, and that's horrifying. That's like the worst thing you can give to somebody and then do those horrific things. Like, oh my
Agreed.
God.
Agreed. And it's her family doing it.
And did you say Epstein's niece? Is that what she said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that nuts? Niece
Jeez.
and then nephew and then niece again.
I mean,
Like what?
Like, man, my head started spinning from the very beginning. Poor
Like
thing.
what just happened?
she was
I mean,
trying to
if
get away from it.
Yeah. They would have been
He's-
better off slipping her a bunch of Xanax. At least then she wouldn't freaking remember.
Oh my
LSD?
God.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, this is horrific. The things that go on and the fact that it goes on in the families. And the reason that I wanted to show that really was because we need to understand that it goes on
Right.
in the families, like the
Yeah.
Bushes and the Bidens and the Clintons,
Yep.
right? Like allegedly, these things go on.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to keep in mind that these people were victims before
Yeah.
they became perpetrators. Horrific, horrific stuff. Now, just to change gears and to lighten it up, we're going to watch something different
Okay.
because we need a little mood lifter after that.
We do, and I need my Cedric.
That was heavy.
Very.
So, this is how you stop an argument with each zodiac
Here's
sign.
zodiac
Oh my
signs.
God.
That's
This is
fast
fast food. This is not the one I wanted. All right, hold on. Let me find
That's the one we did
right.
last week, right?
Yes. He's
This
such
guy
a
That
hoot.
was great. That was great.
He's
Aries
such a
beat
hoot.
Popeyes. Popeyes
Oh my
is
God,
loud, it's
stop.
spicy, and everybody wants some. Like an Aries. On top of that, Aries.
That was a great video.
It really
If
was.
he's got one how to stop an argument with each zodiac. Let me take notes.
He
Okay.
does. It's so great. Let me find it. Okay. Well, I thought it was going to be right there on the top, but it ain't. Oh my God. Where is that? Here, maybe I'll just Google search it up here in the, well, whatever, in YouTube. This is it right here. This is epic.
Hey, you ever got to an argument with a zodiac sign and you wanted them to shut up? Well, I guess today is your lucky day, huh? So here's how you stop an argument with each zodiac sign. You ready? Lego.
Are y'all
Up first,
seeing this?
Leo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand this. If you're having an argument with a Leo, chances are they ain't listening to nothing you saying. Because you know why? They already bad activate. And once they in bad activate mode, at this point, even if they are listening to you, they not listening to understand. They listening to respond. Because of course they gotta check you. You gotta understand the mouth of a Leo is slick. The more you argue with that Leo, the bigger their ego gonna get. So the only thing you can do to stop that Leo in his tracks is to compliment them. Duh. I'm sexy. I'm gorgeous. You'll never find another like me. What? My skin looks so nice. For real? I mean, I was using this new hyaluronic face mask, but whatever. Don't play with me. Still, why do I look so big? Baby, you know I do squat. Stop playing with me. When they bask and enjoying their compliment, feeling all fabulous and amazing and gorgeous and beautiful, jump in and apologize. Leo, I am sorry. And acknowledge your wrongdoing. Because acknowledgement is super important to a Leo. They're not going to let it go until you acknowledge it. Pisces. If you having an argument with your Pisces boo and they mad and they going off on you, gotta remember Pisces love love and they love passion. Pisces has a reputation of being so nice and so kind. But in the heated argument, they're gonna be petty. If you disrespect them, they're gonna disrespect you. Pisces don't want to argue. Pisces want to be in love. Because Pisces operate a little different. They like when you rough, but gentle. They like when you go hard, but sensitive. So the only logical way to make things better is when they arguing is to run up and kiss them. But not no basic ass kiss. You gotta be passionate. Think like a Julia Roberts movie. Pisces like to feel those kind of things and get a rush. Pisces love it, so Pisces gonna get all into it and y'all gonna end up fucking. Baby, I'm angry. Why did you kiss me? Don't stop, daddy. Scorpio. Understand, if you have an
What do you think, Lacey Blue? Is that accurate?
argument with a Scorpio and a Scorpio feels wronged, you don't got a lot of time, baby. You got about 2.5 seconds before they plot their revenge on you. Scorpio is not the kind of person who will back down. Anybody in a relationship with a Scorpio knows that Scorpios are petty. Scorpio ain't scared of nothing. Even when you win an argument with them, they gonna still feel away. So the only way to realistically stop a Scorpio is to do something that they like. And we all know that Scorpios, they love to if you want your Scorpio boo to shut up, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just offer some services. I'm a Scorpio, baby. I don't back down from nothing. What do I want some head? I mean, you could. And not only that, so they gonna shut them up. They gonna be like, yeah, if you want to. All I'm saying is after that hill has been climbed and it reached the peak, it'll be much easier, so much easier dealing with them coming down. The peach? Oh, okay. It's important that you take accountability right after. Like, right after. You know that Scorpio's still gonna be mad, but not as mad as before. If you and your Capricorn boy have an argument, 9 or 10 times, like a week ago, they already had this argument in their head. Get a Capricorn mad enough, and they're gonna have a lot of choice words to hurt your feelings.
That's
and on top
true.
of that, you're gonna feel like you arguing with your parent. One thing about the Capricorns, they remember every motherfucking thing. Now, only way to shut them up is apologize and give them some money. Lots and lots of money. You wanna stop this argument or not? Capricorn love language is money, baby. Capricorns have emotional walls. They go up and down, up and down. When you argue, it's definitely up. You gotta bring it back down. You better throw some money over that wall. Aquarius. Understand when you arguing with your Aquarius,
Gotta make it rain for the Capricorn.
Okay.
sometimes they can check out an argument and act like they don't give a f. But what's important to know is that they not acting, they don't give a f. When you argue with Aquarius, you gotta get them before they
That's the
disconnect.
truth.
Once they shut down, they shut down.
They don't give a
Aquarius
fuck
has left the building because your Aquarius boo will argue back and forth with you in the hopes of finding some sort of common ground. Because Aquarius they don't want to be arguing like that. The only thing to do to stop the argument before they disconnect is to get them space. 50 feet. If you don't give an Aquarius no space, they're going to have some choice words that you're not going to like. When it's getting too much and your Aquarius is getting annoyed and you see it's about to escalate, oh, baby, let's take a break. Emotions are high and I don't want to say anything. I don't want you to say anything you're going to regret. So let's take a break. You need some space? In the eyes of Aquarius, you're going to appear emotionally mature. An Aquarius like an emotionally mature person. When they come back to talk, by then they're going to want peace. You did it! Libra. What's important to know is that Libras don't like to argue. But if by chance that Libra does turn up on you, especially if they're screaming and raising their voice, the only thing you can do is to be calm. It's important you keep your energy calm because Libras, they match energy. So the more rah, rah, rah you get, the more rah, rah, rah they'll get. Libras are all about balance. And if a Libra is at 10 and you're at 1, Libra will balance it out to match your energy. And if you're reasonable and understanding, being the people pleaser that Libras naturally are, they're going to compromise and come to an agreement with you. Because like I said, at their core, they want peace. They don't want to be arguing and fighting. They like to avoid all that. So present them with some form of compromise and understandable reasoning. Then they're going to feel balanced and the argument going to be over. Cancer. If you're in an argument with your Cancer boo, the only thing you can do to stop it is to shut up and listen. Because Cancers are very complicated, very emotionally, and a simple apology would not do. In order for the Cancer to stop arguing, they have to feel understood, especially by their boo. You do apologize to Cancer, you have to let Cancer know why you're apologizing, what you did wrong, and how you gonna change.
Pretty
Sorry,
much.
but for what? But for what? Cancers are one of those signs when they argue, they get extremely emotional. Somebody may end up cut. I'm just saying, is it you? So proceed with caution when you argue with that Cancer. Virgo. You get into an argument with the Virgo, understand
I gotta
you're not
pause
gonna win.
that before you hear yours, Jen, because I am always joking that if you mess with me, I'm like the Queen of Swords in the tarot. I cut a bitch. I got a diamond on my hand. I cut a bitch.
This argument. So go ahead and just tell them that they right. The sooner you tell them that they right, the sooner the argument will be over. They're not gonna let it go. So if you want this argument to stop, the only thing you can do is tell them that they right and that their way is better. And also thank them for all the unsolicited recommendations they gave you. And the way a Virgo minds work, they gotta feel useful. Every boo they get gonna be their little project. And the only way to dismantle that is to let them know that you were wrong. Like I said, and that their way was 100%, 1000% better. And you're gonna hear a lot of I told you so's, but I bet that argument stopped. Trust me, a Virgo is not gonna hop into an argument unless they know they right. Aries. You are arguing with the Aries, there's some ground rules you must follow. Number 1, keep your hands where Aries can see them at all times. And don't ever put your hand in their face. Number 2, when you're arguing with Aries, do not interrupt them. Aries appreciates being listened to and respected. And under no circumstances should you get loud with Aries. Because if you get loud with Aries, Aries gonna escalate and get loud with you. Matter of fact, even louder. Understand that the anger of an Aries is powerful, but short-lived. So if you just let them talk, vent, and don't interrupt them, they'll be over just like that. Aries are quick-tempered, and you don't want to wake the beast. Sagittarius. Understand if you have an argument with a Sagittarius that lasts more than 10 seconds, you probably already got your feelings hurt. The mouth of a Sagittarius is ruthless. They will cut you with their words and their attitude. Everything they say to you, trust me, they mean it. Arguing with a Sagittarius is never fun. The longer the argument, the more they're going to try to hurt your feelings. When you're arguing with a Sagittarius, understand that there are levels. And trust me, you don't want to get to the next one. If you want to stop that argument, the only thing you can do is to agree with them. Not agree to disagree, because in their head, that means you still think they're wrong. And Sagittarius is never wrong. The mouth of a Sagittarius can ruin relationships. The mouth of a Sagittarius can bring tears. And if you want it to stop, just agree with them. And later on, they're going to forget about it. Gemini. If you're in an argument with a Gemini, there's no humanly possible way to shut up that Gemini. Because the Gemini won't shut up. Geminis are great communicators and they will talk you into Timbuktu. And if an argument escalates with them, they're going to let you know that they are not the one. A Gemini will talk and talk and talk and talk. And the only thing you can do is listen and listen and listen. They're going to talk about every part of everything that you did that made them upset. Please keep it cute with a Gemini. Because if you go to the gutter, they go to the gutter. Geminis love to argue. The only thing better than arguing is winning an argument. And a Gemini, they definitely gonna win. The Gemini will not be done with that argument until you hear everything about how they feel. Let them release it, get it out, and just sit there and listen to them. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, baby. I feel for you. Taurus. Certain type of people you don't want to argue with, one of those peoples are Tauruses. A Taurus is stubborn. They are stuck on their ways. There's nothing you can do to change their mind. But if you want to stop this argument, buy them some food. Tauruses love to eat. I'm really mad at you. What, do I want some Chipotle? You know I love Chipotle, okay? They gonna still be stubborn, but their mood gonna change drastically the second they get something to eat. When a tourist is arguing and upset, they need something that's gonna comfort them, like some comfort food. The sooner you offer some food, the better they gonna be. Because an argument with the tourist is like arguing with a brick wall. That wall still gonna be standing, no matter how long you talk. Go get them some food, buy them something to eat. Watch. I think that's about it. Did I miss something? Let me know. You always do. Can I ask a favor? And you already know. Can you please share this video? Because it helps me so much. Okay? Love you.
I love this guy.
I do
That's
too. He's so
great.
funny.
Oh my
Right.
God.
He's
I'm gonna have to
epic.
subscribe to his channel and take notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so epic. And hey, I just want to point out to everybody, look at us. We're all wearing the same shirt. Woot woot.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
Deja
it's over
vu,
here.
baby.
Right. Yeah, baby.
That's
I
us.
got Cedric fur all over mine.
That's all right. It's all good. We love us some Cedric Pablo.
Yes, Mo
right.
River Waller.
So what else you want to talk about that's in the news? ICE is making a lot of arrests.
It is. I gotta let Cedric out.
That's a good thing.
No, baby.
Missy, you got anything?
What did I have? Let me.
What about that little clip we watched the other night where do you have that clip for the signals that the ladies give?
The hand signal.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look and see if
think
I can
that's
find
important.
it. Jen had something to say. Go ahead and do that,
Oh,
Jen,
I
while I
did.
look for it.
I think it was might have been Benny Johnson. Honestly, I don't know where I got this from, but Chicago is putting up fences around the courthouses and cities to stop Trump from sending in the National Guard and ICE.
Are they really?
They are.
Oh my
It
god.
sounds like something they would do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then, there was the whole JD Vance thing where people were getting all pissy because the U.S. military strikes and sinks a Venezuelan boat suspected of fentanyl smuggling in the Caribbean Sea, which we know they were smuggling other things other than fentanyl in that Caribbean
Mhm.
Sea or whatever. And I forgot verbatim what Vance said, but that was the Benny Johnson thing that I sent you that was just like mic drop. I was just like, oh, I'm loving some JD Vance right now.
Right. He's been doing some great trolling himself and holding his own. I'm so proud of him for holding his own
Oh, yeah.
against
Like,
all
he
the
don't give a fuck.
bullshit media and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to take it.
Yeah. I love it.
Me too. Okay, I did find that clip. So let's cut to it
Yeah. Make up your mind, Cedric, in or out.
because this is actually something really good for everybody to know that doesn't understand these hand signals to use if you're in distress or in danger.
Ah.
This saved a woman's life.
This is a silent hand signal to alert a 7-Eleven employee that she is in danger. The employee recognizes what that hand signal means and immediately calls 911.
Police say her quick thinking, along with the heroic employee, led to the arrest of that suspect. Carlos Saucedo live in Alhambra with more on how the dramatic scene unfolded and how to recognize the signs that someone might need help. Carlos?
Hey, Micah and Cher. Well, it's a universal hand signal for help, and it was used by a victim last month inside this 7-Eleven in Alhambra. And tonight, domestic violence advocates say that more people should be aware.
The people that called are actually outside. Are you okay?
Body cam footage from Alhambra police show officers responding to a 7-Eleven convenience store after a woman, accompanied by a man, used a universal hand signal behind her back, alerting the clerk she needed help. The clerk immediately called 911.
She asked for somebody's call.
When officers questioned the man outside, he tried running away.
Do me a favor. You're not under arrest. Can you stand up for me, please?
But he didn't get too far. Police arrested John Palombi in the parking lot off Montezuma and Fremont Avenues. Authorities say Palombi was wanted on an active warrant, and during his arrest, they found him carrying a stun gun. Police credit the victim's bravery and the quick-thinking clerk for stopping a domestic violence incident from getting out of hand. So what is the universal distress signal?
Thumb in, hand over, and somebody could go up and down to signal to somebody else that they're in danger.
Domestic violence advocates say noticing these hand gestures were enough to potentially save the woman's life, and it's important for people to be aware. If you're at a bar or restaurant and need help, you can also ask a server for an angel shot.
That's just like a code word, like, hey, I don't feel safe. Do you mind if I talk to
See, that was kind of cool. I didn't know that.
I've heard of that. Yeah. And there's different variations of it. Yeah.
Are there?
I don't know. Yeah. Like if you order like it neat, it means call me an Uber. If you order it a certain way, it means get help. You know, I'll have to see if I can find it and send it to you.
Okay.
Something I saw a while back.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
You never know. Picking up on small, simple hand cues could be all it takes to save someone from a dangerous situation. As for the suspect, he's being held without bail and is due in court next week.
Okay. And that's awesome.
I think we should teach that to our children.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one for everybody to put out there and know, right? We should spread that message that
Absolutely.
to use that signal says help me. And you can have it behind your back. You could just be like, woohoo, do it real fast up there when nobody's looking, you know, the dude or whatever isn't looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's really great. So this has been a crazy week. Fun week in a lot of ways. I love the trolling, Trump's trolling and JD Vance. And I mean, even Pete Hegseth was really bold and ballsy with the media when they were questioning him over bombing the Venezuelan boat, right? I just love the way that they're all holding their own.
Oh yeah.
I love the direction our country's going right now. I love the direction the world is going. And I even love the message that we got from the 3i Atlas thing. So again, I'm going to plug that video. Everybody that's not watched it, you need to,
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it again.
because it's really amazing, like how we all came together and came up with this same conclusion, you know.
Yep.
Now, Michael and his whole nipple thing cracked me up. Like only a man would see it that way, right?
Yeah.
But now that he's pointed out, I can't unsee it. It totally
Right.
does look like a nipple.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, that's
So after this
crazy.
show, everybody needs to go watch that show.
Yes, the one
for
called
sure.
3i Atlas. Yeah. Beyond the Veil. It's our new series where we have, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us total. Yeah.
I think so.
Sometimes 5, sometimes 6 total. And we are psychic investigators, private
Yeah, we-
eyes, the eyeball.
Yeah, we are.
We're using the third eye, really. That's our private eye, our third eye.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And next week we're going to talk about the ice cream trucks and the kids that went missing. And I haven't really, I've tried not to look at a lot of that. I don't know about you all, but I've tried not to look at a lot of information on that this past week so that I can do a fresh, you know, right? Miss
Yeah.
knows what I'm like
Well,
totally unbiased type of almost
I don't
remote
know
view
any
on
other
it.
way. I don't know any other way to like with 3i Atlas stuff. I just listened to what was there and just didn't worry about what they were saying, but just what is trying to listen to my gut, you know. I'm not a very good meditator, a remote viewer. Not yet anyway.
I'm learning.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can teach me some stuff, Missy. Show
When
me
I
how you
learn it,
learn.
I'll teach you.
Okay. But yeah, at least with the 3i Atlas, I just watched some things and was just like, I really don't give a shit what they're saying. I'm gonna just see how I feel, you know. So I guess I'll do the same thing for the three. Not, I guess I'll do the same thing for the ice cream truck.
Great. Sorry, I'm just answering Lacey in the chat too at the same time.
Hey, Lacey.
But yeah, I just want to come in on a fresh approach with it. I don't want to have influences of like when we did Emmanuel Haro, there was so much stuff, right?
Mhm.
And you have to be able to block out the noise to get a true impression of what's going on. And I'm glad that we did that with 3i Atlas. Actually,
Yeah.
like I applaud all of us for doing that with 3i Atlas because we didn't really look at a whole lot of the noise, you know.
Right.
And with that being said, though, I do want to say that I did a little research after we did the show, and that there's actually more evidence to lend to what we found with 3i Atlas because the composition of it has more nickel and CO2 and cyanide rather than having the H2O, the water that it should
Yeah.
have. It's truly a copper, a natural celestial body, and iron with the nickel. It doesn't have the iron with the
Yeah.
nickel, which suggests that it is manufactured. And I think that's pretty interesting too.
Oh, very, very.
Yeah. So it's been, I think we've been on for like an hour and a half or ish,
Yeah.
hour 15, something like that.
Ish. Yeah.
Any closing thoughts or anything that I didn't cover that anybody wants to talk about? Feel free to do it now.
I don't think so. Everybody needs to go watch that 3i Atlas video because it was freaking amazing, and I'm gonna watch it a second time, maybe even a third.
It
Right?
was really good. I was proud of it.
Yes. Tech support, man, that was great. I am so impressed with tech support.
She's so cute.
I'm impressed with everybody, but she's 10, so I'm
I
really
am too.
impressed.
I know, and
Yeah.
that's really what I meant when I was like, if a 10-year-old can do this,
Yeah.
right? When I
Yeah.
watched the playback, I was like, gosh, I hope nobody thinks that I was like,
No.
you know,
No.
making her sound
Yeah.
small or something in my comment
No.
because
No.
I just think she's so brave
Yeah.
and willing to be so open. I mean, she literally has been doing this trance channeling lately. Of course, you know, I'm her mom, so she knows how to do the protections and all of
Right.
that stuff before she starts, you know, to make sure she's
Yeah.
safe. And
Right.
she never even said to me, "Mom, I'm going to try this," until after
Just
she
did it.
tried it. And then she's like, "Mom, this is what I got." And I was like, "Holy smokes."
Yeah.
You
I
know?
was blown away. I feel like she could teach me some things. Little genius.
She amazes me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so
Just
proud
does
of
it
her.
all on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's our little fifth wheel in our wagon, and God love her, I couldn't do 80% of what I do without her. Honest to God.
Oh yeah.
I'm just so amazed by her and blessed to have her in my presence. 100%. I'm really thankful to be her mom. So yeah, I guess we will. That's right, Lacey. No fear. No fear.
No fear.
And we have a 999 portal tomorrow. That's important to take note
The
of.
same day I go see 9 Inch Nails, there's a portal?
Yeah.
Cedric.
The day you see 9-inch nails, there's a 999 portal. And of course, we just had tonight is it tonight, Missy? Or was
What?
it last night? The lunar
That was
eclipse?
last night.
Last night. Okay. And then coming up on, I think the 23rd is when we have a solar eclipse. So all of September is really big energy, really big,
Yeah.
beautiful changes. And then October, right? Is Red October,
Red
baby.
October, baby.
Red
Yeah.
Ready for that.
October.
Yeah.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because that's when the action really starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank everybody for tuning in, and we will see you again next week for Monday Madness.
Madness. Cedric says that. Mwah.